Want it, bad enough, had enough, sounding like everyone. Here to tell you, your time is up. Brought it down to your level. I'm a rebel against the grain, being different, same ignition, lighter fluid without a kitchen. The ideal, make impressions, say something, make me feel it. You can't do it, and I knew it, I pursue it, pain I deal it. I'm a realist and a winner, original, good selection. This is for anyone sick of the earth, I'm here to offer protection. Make you question all your verses, you stumbling through your performance. You ain't hot or the warmest, I'm stinging hot, call me a hornet. Price of fame, you can't afford it. You want it free, do nothing with it. F you, hey me, the mentality, you scared to risk it. It ain't no future, off in your frontin', wanna create you a miracle. All work, minimal, you all talk, criminal. I am not hearing you, and I'm not feeling you. Y'all so disrespectful, like I'm supposed to be fearing you. Hip-hop, renaissance, remember when we went hard. I don't need an entourage, why you need a bodyguard. Next level, same rules, you coming down, change moves. I don't gotta get in where I fit in, I've been here and been about my shoes. So don't be surprised at the kickback, it be the stuff you can't get back. My time is real, you don't get that. I'ma hit you with the real facts. I got that, I got that, you got that, I got that, I got that, I got that, you got that, no you don't. Don't be surprised at the kickback, it be the stuff you can't get back. My time is real, you don't get that. I'ma hit you with the real facts. I got that, I got that, you got that, I got that, I got that, I got that, you got that, no you don't. Y'all be rhyming like you scared to, say the things you afraid to, so you just say what you paid to, until the day they don't pay you.
And what is good, people? What is good? First segment of 2025 on this chilly, cold Wednesday night. I done got lost track of the days. But anyway, welcome to the King and Queen of Conversation. Y'all know this was the original segment when we kicked off in 24. If you think you're lonely now, wait till tonight. I don't know why that came to my mind. I guess because it's cold. What did the lonely do? But anyways, anywho, welcome to the show, y'all. Me and Pharoah are going to take on some topics, some trendy topics that kind of happened in 24, some that happened in 25. Laugh on a couple of things that we saw in 24 and talk on some serious things. But we're going to give y'all our perspective, and that's all we could do. So before we do that, though, how you doing today, Pharoah?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I am good. We still in the land of the living. Is that what the old people say? I'm glad to be on top of the dirt instead of the dirt on top of me.
All praise be to God. All praise be to God.
He's so quiet tonight, but I know they're gonna take long for him to get crunk. So let me get him.
No. I'm just letting you open up. It's the first show of the year officially. It's the first show of the year, so I'm letting you, open up. But I'm already live. I'm never quiet. I don't know what quiet means.
Oh shit! Pharaoh's on the throne.
Definitely. But
Man,
as usual,
y'all missed it. We had a bang up New Year's show with the majority of the cast. And if you have not been following, oh my God, the KOC network, I believe, is now up to about 13 or 14 people. We got a whole production staff, a production team. Shit. I'm just gonna be honest. It started from 3 women, went down to 1 woman. Pharoah came on board in August of last year, the beginning of August, and we just have quadrupled in what we're doing. And man, even from the wild card, we got some bad teammates, and so I'm interested to see what this year brings. As y'all know, my partner in crime that's sitting on this stage tonight is actually running for a position here in the DFW area. DeSoto City Councilman that's sitting on the stage with me tonight, Mr. Pharoah, will be running his campaign. Has already started running his campaign, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, it's just going to show you the mixture of people that we really have on this platform. This show, it's a lot of little topics, so I'm not going to hold it up. But the first thing we're going to do is give our moment of silence for our fallen president, President Carter, y'all. President Carter, and they've been having a lot of services for him. I forgot like how big it is when a president has fallen, but I did not know they was showing like his history of how he lived. They said he donated, so he lived in a cheap, I promise you, the house looked like it should be in like South Dallas area. They showed his house. But he donated all those millions to oh my God, I was really surprised.
But people have to remember his background, though. You got to remember President Carter's background. Jimmy Carter come from very humble origins. You know, he was a peanut farmer. You know, a lot of people don't know that. Jimmy Carter was they used to make fun of him like that. And matter of fact, people, when he was running his campaign to be president of the United States, a lot of his opposition made fun of his humble origins, calling him the peanut farmer. And it was nothing wrong with that. He was in touch with the people because he was one of the people, you know. So yes, he is definitely one of the few politicians that were in tune and in touch with the people at mass. You can go and talk to politicians today that are in government. They can't tell you the price of bread. They can't tell you how much a gallon of milk costs. You know why? Because most of that is appropriated to them. You know, they become accustomed to living lifestyles of Riley, as it's called, luxurious lifestyles. As a matter of fact, on our tax dollars, by the way, But Jimmy Carter was a man of the people. He was a man that come from very humble origins, and the peanut farmer was considered a weak president by many politicians. That's why he only stayed one term in office. But nonetheless, President Carter was a president for the people. We honor his presidency, and may he rest in peace, and may his family find solace and healing, God willing.
And he lived to 100. How blessed is that?
That's a blessing. That's a blessing indeed. The peanut farm.
His life, and I was just like, wow, he grew his own food. I mean, and it was like the furniture was used and he wouldn't buy new furniture. And I'm like, what? And you know, that's hard for us to comprehend the way our mind is wired. But I'm looking at his legacy. He definitely left a good legacy behind because he donated so much to so many good causes and charities. So yeah, Mr. Carter,
And you know what, Egypt, let's delve into what you just said a little deeper. Let's delve into what you just said a little deeper. You were saying how simple his life was compared to how we've been wired nowadays.
Yes.
Man, that's a perfect segue for me to say this, Egypt. People, we are surrounded today by charlatans and con men. The world is full of charlatans and con men. What you believe is real isn't always real. A lot of us believe that certain people have this, have that, this lifestyle, that lifestyle, and you'll be amazed to know what's really going on behind the scene. We have to stop the keeping up with the Joneses. You'll be surprised at how happy your life would be if you lived within your means. You'll be surprised how happy life, how joyful, and how stress-free life would be if you only lived according to your means and not according to perception. One of the problems we're having, Egypt, is that people are trying to keep up with perceptions instead of trying to keep up with their means.
Time is
So
too short.
so when we talk about these material things, when you die, none of this is going with you. The Cadillac ain't going with Egypt. The Rover, the Mercedes ain't going with
I'm going my
Pharoah.
Cadillac, Pharoah. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
it's not
buying a casket.
but it's not going with you. It's not going with you. I'm sorry. It's not going with you. You know, so we've become so materialistic
Yeah.
that it is unreal. Egypt, we have become so materialistic that people are now entering into clinical depression. Listen to what I'm saying.
Yes.
We've
Yes,
become
sir.
so materialistic that people are now entering into clinical depression because they are not living the lifestyles that are being projected online. They are not living the lifestyles that are being projected online.
And you don't know what that person is going through to even pay for the stuff that you so-called want.
Indeed. Egypt, I shared some with you personally that I'm gonna share.
We fit to talk about it. Don't go into it yet, Pharoah, because that's the next thing. Don't go into it yet. But and while we're talking about this, and I know this our show, so we're gonna do what we want to do tonight. Y'all just sit back and enjoy. When I buried I didn't bury my aunt, but I had to do the family reflection for my aunt last week. And I sat there and I stared at that casket. If you want to get a sense of reality, look at the person that's in that casket. And we say all the time, oh, it could have been me, it should have been me. But if it was really, really you, would you be prepared? And everything that was said about my aunt was she was ready to go. And I'm like, ooh. And everybody kept saying, I'll see you in the morning, after they said their words. And I had to get up there and clarify, like, no, Annie, I won't see you in the morning because truthfully, I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. And you're right. Us with this materialistic stuff that we can't take with us. I'm wearing something right now. Y'all can't see it, but yeah, buy 10 bands. I might could get 1,000 or 2 for it on the street. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna be realistic. But when you're naive and you're caught up in this image, and I once was, I done sat on this platform and said that. I had no problem going to Louis and dropping whatever, however. But when you become mature and God show you what your wastefulness is, and you start seeing people that's really, really without, I start giving. And now I don't even shop. I mean, it comes to a point where we have to decide what's truly important. The Bible says, what is it for a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Y'all, this is real. I don't care if you serve Buddha, Farrakhan, Chinese, whatever religion it is. At the end, we all gonna have to bow, and we're gonna have to be accountable for what we did in this flesh body. What do you want to be held accountable for? Loving my brother and my sister, or dividing and turn down? That's the end game, y'all. We ain't got to sugarcoat that. And before Pharoah come on here, this is exactly what we're talking about. We're not doing this year. Black people. And I know Pharoah is go in on this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Not in 25. If we could go to the movies, if we could go and buy crab legs and lobster tails, seafood balls, and we can buy women, we could buy $400 or $500 bust downs, and we could pay for the coffin nails and the duck nails. I didn't even know what the hell a duck nail was. But if we could pay for all of that, you trying to tell me Globe Life has an insurance policy? I was researching. You can get an insurance policy, people, less than $15 a month. Why put that burden on your family? And I'm gonna let Pharoah talk on that, but don't do that. That puts people with a good heart in a bad situation. That's not fair.
Indeed. And yes. Let me second that motion. Let me second that motion with Egypt. Priorities, people. Priorities. Stop just living for today. Stop just living for today. If you love your children, if you love your family the way you say you love your family and love your children, make sure that they're not burdened with your untimely or unexpected departure. I was just speaking of materialism, and I was sharing with you all that I shared something with Egypt that happened in my family not too long ago. I have a relative that passed away just recently in Egypt. I just lost another cousin 2 days ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this year's starting off crazy. But
Mine too.
rest in peace to my cousin Charles Brooks. Rest in peace to him, my beloved cousin. But I had another relative that passed away approximately a few months ago, a month and a half, something like that ago. And let me tell you all something. From the outside looking in, you all would think this it was all together. You would look at the nice foreign cars, you look at the nice Omega watches, the nice Rolex watches, and they real. They wasn't fake. They were real. The nice Rolexes and the nice foreign vehicles. But guess what? Guess what? An unexpected thing happened. His life ended, and we had to come out of pocket to bury him. We had to come out of pocket to bury him. Very heavy on my part. Very heavy on my part.
Yeah. I'm sorry he been in the oven.
Yeah. But indeed, that's what it should have been. But on the outside looking in, you would have thought that everything was placed together. People, we have to prioritize what is the priority. Let's stop putting the wagon in front of the horse.
Yeah.
Now, don't misunderstand what Pharoah is saying. Pharoah is not saying that you can't have nice things in his life. No, trust me, God doesn't mind you having nice things. But what God do mind, God minds nice things having you.
Idols.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference. He doesn't mind you having nice things. He mind nice things having you.
False idols.
That's right. Money is a great servant, but it's a horrible master. So we have to prioritize, people. Like she said, Egypt, put that sign up one more time. Would you please put that GoFundMe up again? People,
we're not doing that.
There is no reason for you to be riding around a BMW, Mercedes, Range Rover, Cadillac, Lincoln, anything of a sort, and we have to pull this sign up.
Cadillac, bro. You sure been heavy on this Cadillac today. I'm taking it personal.
Hey, I said my cars too. I said my cars too.
I know, but you sure said Cadillac first.
Yeah, I said my car. But we can't do that. We can't have all of this, and then you see that sign above our picture on social media.
Oh, we doing fish fries. Do they still do fish fries?
We do it. They still do it. They still do plates. They still do plates. But you find the elders doing that more so than anything,
Yeah.
But people, we have to prioritize what is important in life. In 2025, my challenge to all of you in 2025 is to prioritize what is most important in your life. And it's not the approval of people that you don't even know. It's not the approval and don't even care about you. It is not the approval of people that you don't even know and they don't even know you. And trust me, this also includes your job. Because if you go to work and you die tomorrow, they will have a ledger up within a week or so to fill that position.
Shit, not even a week yet, Mom.
Yeah, not even a week. So you are replaceable at your job as well.
Yes.
So people, prioritize yourselves. Prioritize your family. Prioritize your life, period. Not cars, not jewelry, none of these things you see that are material. Prioritize your health. And in case God do tap you on the shoulder, have things in order. Have things in order for those whom you love. In 2025, we all about progressive prioritization. Progressive prioritization. And I challenge each and last one of you to do that.
Y'all heard it. And we were going to address it, but we had to wait to the new show, which is tonight, to address this. This is serious.
Indeed.
And I'm going to crack the joke here because me and Pharoah cracked this joke in 24. Look at here, y'all. Y'all think I'm playing? Watch this. That's on
Yes, indeed.
Walmart.
That's at
That's
Walmart.
bad. Y'all see that almond black? That's bad. And I'm
$2,500.
so, but they had some on there cheaper. You can
Yes,
go
but
ahead.
that's a great price for that casket.
Do you know how much they cost at the places? That's what I'm saying.
That casket
I
about
don't
10
know where
grand.
you would
Yeah.
store them, but I'm seriously thinking about getting one and maybe putting it in a what you call them, U-Haul storage things or something. Because guess what, y'all? Because y'all know I'm gonna have to play Klarna or Firm Girl. You can pay this thing out just like you pay rooms to go and who else we pay? The credit card bills. I'm thinking about getting mine and paying it on out.
Egypt say she gonna pay hers off ahead of time.
Because I don't want nobody picking mine out, but I do. My joke is I'm gonna be standing up at the casket. Y'all gonna be looking for me, but I'm not gonna be in there. But that's my running joke. But I'm just saying, it's so much. The world has completely changed where you can get this stuff in advance if you just want to get it. Which kind of makes sense. It really makes you take that burden off of your, cut out the middleman.
Indeed.
That's what we're doing.
You can do this. Progressive prioritization, 2025. Progressive prioritization. I challenge you.
And now we're just going to some funny. Now I saw this, and I know Pharoah is to holler when I put this up here. But baby, I saw this and I said, this cannot be real, but it is. Let me take these comments in so y'all can see this. Georgia teacher arrested for slapping. Pharoah, go ahead.
I can't believe you want me to talk with this picture in my face.
Great student.
You, Egypt, how am I supposed to talk? How am I supposed to give anything?
Well, I want to put something funny in there so we can get off the seriousness.
Oh my God.
Now, I'm going to put the camera right on you.
I laugh at it because it's comical. I mean, people, it's comical. It's comical. And you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this. People. This is outrageous. This is outrage, man. This is outrage, man. This man.
It rhymes double.
Oh my God, man. This man is sitting up here looking like Donkey Kong with pink lipstick on.
And this is actually true. But what would you have called him? Because you know kids say the truth.
Children are unfiltered. Children are unfiltered. And if this man is sick, man, the child called him like he saw him.
But why are you in the classroom like that? This
Why?
is the thing I'm saying.
Indeed.
Why are you in the? And I'm playing this one because it's gonna build up to this. Really, J. Marie?
Well, she said that's my color.
I got it on right now. Matter of fact,
Jay, you and that brother, y'all have something in common. Maybe y'all can swap makeup and what?
And he got the pink blouse.
He has on the and pearl earrings.
Who let them in the school? See, this is what we going into this next topic. But who let them in the school around kids? See, this is the stuff that our kids are shown or threw into and expected to comprehend. So
Indeed.
my son probably would have did the same thing too, because he'd be confused.
Yes.
You know Van Ryan's dressed as a man, and then he and baby boy naked in the kitchen. Come on, let's just keep it real. And this man look like he's a big something. So
he is. That's a big guy. You can look at his neck and his head. He's a large guy. He's a large guy. And you know what?
Look at the head.
Yeah, but Egypt, I have to agree with you. This caused confusion within our children.
Yes.
This caused gender and sexual confusion. You know, and then you come with the outfit and uniform on, and then when he called you by the way you address, you slap him.
So he probably said, Mr. Lady. You know how kids do.
Yeah. Definitely. And you know what? That child with no filter, he called him the way he saw him. You want to be a lady, so I'm going to call you Mister, because I know you're a man. I know you're a man, but I'm gonna call you Mister Lady. So yeah, it's sad. It's sad. These children. You're right, Dion. I was gonna say that, but I didn't say it. Yeah, it couldn't have been my child that he slapped.
See?
It couldn't have been. Yeah, it couldn't have been. Because it would have been repercussions behind that more so than legal. But yeah, man,
Because
that
some of
child
us
called
are
the way he.
still raising our kids with
Yeah,
he and she pronouns. I'm not raising my
yeah.
son that's a he, she, that's a transgender. Because I'm being honest. Hell, I'm confused. I don't know what
Yeah,
half of
let me give this disclaimer before I say what I say. What
Okay,
I'm
give me
about to
this
say,
plan.
does not reflect the opinion of the QOC network. This
No.
is solely Pharoah talking from his perspective. I will not, and I repeat, I will not observe any pronouns other than what you are. You are not going to make me partake in your circus. I don't want to be a part of your show. So I am not going to call a man a her, a she, or them. I'm not going to call a woman a he, a him, or them. I'm going to call a woman a she and her, and I'm going to call a born male a he and him. I am not going to be part of your distortion. I am not going to be part of your delusion. You want me to respect you by calling you pronouns. No, I want you to respect me by letting me live in reality. I believe in rights for everybody. Let you live the way you want to live and let me live the way I want to live. Do not shove your philosophy down my throat. I will not oblige that at all.
And we need to talk to you, Miss Akila, on a segment because I want to know how you are coping with that or how you're addressing that issue or how that conversation started and how's it going. Because whether we like it or not and whether our opinion rang or not, it's here. It's here. It's who was that to say it's so many alphabets now that you don't know who to call who. But the fact of the matter is, it's here. How we gonna handle it? It is the issue. I firmly believe we don't have a heaven and hell to put nobody in, so I'm gonna keep my mouth up off of that. But it's interesting to see and talk to parents that have kids that are transgender or maybe have went all the way gay or bisexual. Like what is going on? I've read studies where they saying they think it's the food, the hormones in the food that's making these kids. It's a whole bunch of stuff, but
Well, Egypt, I shared with you guys before about the gay bomb. Remember? I shared that with you guys before about the gay bomb and how they chemically concocted certain things to hormonally affect men and women. And that's a fact. You can Google that about the U.S. gay bomb. But my thing is this: I believe in humanity. I believe in humanity. And I believe that everyone, whether you're heterosexual, gay, lesbian, transgender, I believe everyone has the right to live as they see fit.
Yeah.
I believe everyone has the right to live in their reality, just like I reserve the right to live in my reality. And my whole thing is, I choose not to partake in that show.
And that's
I choose not to. Yeah, I choose not to partake in it. So I'm going to look at things from what nature has given us. You understand what I'm saying? So if nature giving me Egypt as a woman, I'm going to acknowledge Egypt as a woman, just as nature has given you Pharaoh as a man. And I want you to acknowledge me as a man. So everyone deserves the right to live as they wish. However, we also reserve the right to live our perspective out as we see also.
And you're right, Prime. And then I'm gonna have to go back and find that clip and clip it. Pharaoh did a good talk on it about the bomb. And I thought he was lying. And he actually gave where we can go and find it at.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. This is crazy. And Akila, I agree with you. That's your baby. At the end of the day, you birthed your child, and you're supposed to have an unconditional love for your child, even when the world don't understand whatever that's going on.
Indeed. 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 Love your children. Regardless, love your children. If your child was the Unabomber, if your child was Jeffrey Dahmer, you still should love. You still should love your child. You should love your child. You know. So, and just for the record, and for those who don't know, desistance is at an all-time high rate. And for those who don't know what desistance is those who identify to be the opposite sex. It's at an all-time rate of them desisting from that, going back to their natural or gender assigned at birth. So right now, desistance is at an all-time high, and you can look that up as well. Desistance is very high right now, and which is a beautiful thing as well. But regardless, win, lose, or draw, your child is your child, and you should love your child accordingly. You're their parent, and you should love them regardless.
And we are human at the end of the day. We all are human.
Indeed.
And this is leading up to our trending topic.
More than 200 teachers in Houston paid to have someone take their teacher's certification test. And some of these teachers are now principals and assistant principals. Now, if you see the picture up top here, you see that this looks like a brother. When you go through the names and you go through the schools, predominantly Black teachers in predominantly Black schools. So that points to a bigger issue, and part of the work that I've been doing, especially as it relates to mathematics, if I may make this about myself and what it is that I do. But we have a serious issue with teachers not understanding the content for which they are teaching. And so what's happening is they're taking the certification test to say, hey, I know this subject matter well enough that I can teach it. And they're not able to pass the test. This is similar to medical students not being able to pass the exam to become doctors and paying someone else to take the assessment for them. And you have to ask yourself, would you want a doctor operating on you and they weren't able to pass the assessment? Now you should be able to understand, if you weren't able to beforehand, why our test scores for our children are the way that they are. Because the teachers can't pass the test. Now, we can harp on that, but how do we solve that problem? Teachers want to do well. They want their children to do well. But what's happening that they're not understanding the content. And so that is the issue. And it is a problem that is solvable. We have to get people in front of these teachers that's giving meaningful professional development where we're tackling content. I literally, at this very date here, November 4th, I literally just finished a professional development for a group of middle school teachers where we did just that, where we went through the content. I'm looking at my notes here, where we went through the standards and we looked at where would students have difficulty with this. That's not happening in schools, and that is why teachers are resorting. And it's just not just happening here. This has happened in other places, maybe not to this degree. But we need to be able to give professional development and training beforehand, because what the hell is going on in college that they're leaving college and not knowing their content? Because
and I'm going to stop it there because she goes on and on and on. Mm-hmm. But Pookie and them got caught. They got greedy. They got sloppy. I will say this. It was really, really sad to see some of those, because like they some of those teachers went on to be principals and vice principals and moved up into the district side of things. And I'm honestly, I hold, when I get to say, I'm trying to word it a certain way. I hold 3 degrees: law, business finance, and accounting. Now, my baby is in 5th grade. When I tell you I'm a county supervisor. Matter of fact, let's go there. When I have to Google how to do 5th grade math, it's ridiculous. We need to go back to the way we learn multiplications. My baby was teaching me how to do multiplication. I'm like, no, y'all just don't have the chart. They draw graphs and then they put circles and it's too much. I think, what happened to the old way where we grasp it? I don't know how these kids grasping this stuff. I'm gonna be honest, and I know Lancaster has a shortage. We got a letter soon school started. One of my baby teachers is not certified, and they let us know if we want to pull them out the class that we can. But it's really bad. The high school, it's so bad that they are remote hiring teachers. They can teach in other states. They just come on a computer screen and they teach their classroom. That's how bad our education system is, y'all. It is really bad.
Yeah,
What you think, Pharoah? I mean, I get
well,
what she's
it's going to get worse. It's going to get, unfortunately, it's going to get worse before it get better. Akila, I agree with you 100%. These teachers need their A's beat. I agree with you. Egypt, it's going to get worse before it get better. The problem that we're having with the public education system is that many of the teachers are not there out of passion. Many of the teachers are for a paycheck. Yeah, just for a job. And what is going on there in Houston? It's an educator that he was the top of the pyramid. His name is Vincent Grayson, a brother. Unfortunately, a brother. His name is Vincent Grayson, and he spearheaded this scam that's going on. And he made the scams are made over $1 million. Yeah. He was charging teachers a minimum of $2,500 per teacher, and for per certification. And he would have people that were proxies to take the test, and he would pay them 20% of the $2,500 that he received. And they've tallied up $1 million on this scam. So this means that in the Houston area and abroad, that there are several teachers that are teaching subjects that they are not certified in, and they have no idea of what they're teaching. So these teachers are teaching children nothing. The children are learning from the books, just like the teacher is. So these teachers don't have certification.
Do away with the STAR test. This is what I'm getting a problem with. If you know you don't have the qualified people in there, like she said, and our babies is not getting what they need to do, how can you hold them accountable for taking a test that they haven't got the proper training? This kind of pisses me off because I went to education and social service magnet. That was my high school and health magnet. And I was going to do teaching, and I was deterred from teaching. It just wasn't a passion of mine. It just, everybody can't teach. Let's go there. But I'm just like, this is our kids' future. So what do us as parents do? Do we pull them out now and homeschool? Because now what DISD is doing, they're hiring all these little health aides. And I know half of them be on Facebook twerking, snorting powder, doing a whole bunch of more stuff. And they in the classroom with our kids, you guys. And now they can do so many classroom hours and something else. They can get their teacher certification. What the hell?
Yeah. And they doing it. And like I said, it's really nothing now to get into these classrooms. It's really nothing. You can get into these classrooms now, and the vetting system is horrible. That's why you see such a high occurrence now of, we're at an all-time high of teachers sleeping with students in high school.
I see that.
We're at an all-time high with teachers sleeping with these students in high school because the vetting system is horrible, and it's so easy to get into these classrooms. And a lot of people have opted to do homeschooling with their children. I don't blame them.
If Scooter didn't get on my nerves so bad, I probably would try. But Lord Jesus, mama need a break. I'm a single parent. I need a break. I'm gonna send you a wave, and then I catch you on the back end because we're teaching him the old school way, and then they're like, oh yeah, whichever way you want to teach him, but then y'all counted it wrong when they get to school because they didn't do, they call it strategies. It is horrible what they are teaching these kids. I'm just in shock. But that's that topic. It was a big scandal, like Pharoah said. I don't know what's gonna happen. And like she said, it's not only in Houston, it just hasn't been found out. Because last year we had the nurses. Remember, it was the nurses that got caught.
Yeah.
This is scary. This is our health, you guys. When we go into the doctors, like she said, and we telling somebody to operate on us, how we know they really, you know what I mean? That's what I put my trust in God. Let me go there. But you know, some professions, we can't be skipping on, and this is one. Teachers is definitely one.
Education and medical cannot be skipped on at all.
Yes.
At all.
Next topic, y'all.
An urgent investigation underway in the heart of Midtown Manhattan, where police say United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was shot and killed Wednesday morning. New surveillance video shows the moments the violence unfolded. Police now reviewing the footage as the search for the suspect intensifies.
I want to be clear. At this time, every indication is that this was a premeditated, pre-planned, targeted attack.
Investigators say the suspect, wearing all black and a ski mask, waited until the 50-year-old showed up at the Hilton Hotel for an investors conference.
The suspect approached from behind and fired several rounds, striking the victim at least once in the back and at least once in the right calf. Many people passed the suspect, but he appeared to wait for his intended target.
3 shell casings found at the crime scene, along with live rounds from a 9mm gun. At one point, police say the gun appeared to jam, and when the shooter cleared it, he began shooting again. The murder happening not far from tonight's tree lighting at Rockefeller Center. They're also conducting interviews in Thompson's home state of Minnesota.
We're reaching out to law enforcement in Minnesota, and we're also interviewing his co-workers and family members to see if there have been any specific threats against him in the past.
United Healthcare is the health insurance wing of United Health Group, the largest health insurer in the world. The company releasing a statement saying they are deeply saddened and shocked, saying Brian was a highly respected colleague and a friend.
And I'm gonna stop that because y'all remember that. That kind of remind me of that movie, was A Pursuit of Happiness, where he was trying to get treatment for his daughter. This is a really, really sad story. I know this guy lost his life, but the guy that took his life was trying to honor his mom that was refused treatment. And it's sad because even with watching my mom use her benefits for health care, I'm not understanding why we have to go through what we go through over here in Canada is free. I haven't figured that out. What's your take on that, Pharoah?
Because America is what America has always been, a capitalist nation, all about the money. That's what America has always been. That's what it's always going to be. Canada, as you just mentioned, Canada, if you are a born naturalized citizen of Canada, you are given the right to free universal health care. They got health care just for being born Canadian. And guess what, people? Canada do not have, they do not, I repeat, you can take it to the bank. Canada do not have the gross national product that America have. What that means is we have many folds over more money than Canada. But Canada can afford to give their citizens health care. In America, not doing it. America making us pay for it and whatnot. People, America is a capitalist nation. And when it's all boiled down to it, it's all about the money. This is what it's about. This is why they won't give you cures, but instead they give you treatment. There is no money in cures because if they cure it, they can no longer make money off of it. But if they just treat it, your treatment is ongoing. So they can make all the money until your end of days. So that's why there is no money in cures. There's only money in treatment. And these healthcare providers and these pharmaceuticals, they're in the bed together. They are in the bed together. So it's all about capitalism, all about money. Your health is not as important as their bottom line. Your health is not important ask their bottom line. If it was your life, and if for them to make $10,000, they will let you die. Do you hear that? If the pharmaceutical companies and the healthcare companies, had to choose between $10,000 in your life, they will let you die.
This is what I don't get on the healthcare system. What you just said about the cure. I think it's a way to control population. I was reading something where they have to kill off so many of us because we are really, really overcrowded here in the United States. So like you saying, so I do believe some people are getting the cures. And then, of course, we know who those people are. You know, let's keep it real. But I think it's a way to control population, too. What do you think on that?
I mean, population control has always been a tactic used by the elite since the beginning of civilization. Population control ain't gonna never go anywhere. They always gonna have those things in place. It's just one of those things that we have to be aware of. But when you speak of capitalists, they depend on more bodies. They depend on higher counts of people because the more people, the more money. So speaking of these people just being capitalist vultures, they definitely want you to pitch into their big money pot and give you as little out of it as possible. The money you spend on your insurance,
a lot.
You're not going to use, the average American don't use 20% of what they put into their insurance annually. At all. So this is the goal. The same with your insurance. Think about your car insurance. You paying $300 for full coverage a month, and you never use that insurance for 5, 6, 7 years. They just been collecting that money, and it's theirs now. Did nothing happen? Nothing happened. You didn't file not one claim. So that's money that they get to keep. That's in the bank, guaranteed. And then when you go and make that one claim, they want to give you a little hell. They want to give you a little hell when you go and make that one claim. After 5 and 6 years, and you've been collecting $300 from me 12 months out of the year. You done made 30, 40,000, and I now have an accident that may cost 3,000, and you want to act a fool with me? You want to shortchange me? We live amongst capitalist vampires. And Egypt, let me tell you something which I've learned since me aspiring in the political arena. I am so disappointed. And I say this to everybody that's watching the show. There's a saying, never meet your heroes. There's a saying, never meet your heroes. I understand why they say that. You may end up disappointed and not looking at them the same ever again. People, with Egypt bringing up this topic about insurance and about, the capitalism behind it, which I'm speaking on, people, I have found out some things within the political arena that has just rocked me to my core. It has rocked me to my core. And I have never been so unhappy in my life as I am right now. I have never been this unhappy, mentally disturbed as I am right now with the things that I've uncovered because I've been alive behind the veil. Man, I'm going to say this to you all. Protect your families. Do what's best for you and your families. Don't trust any politician. Don't trust any politician. If I run for an office and I win, hold me to task on what I say. Because I'm including me in this, people. I'm including myself in this. Don't trust any politician. Not a one. Not a one, including me, when it comes to politics. If I say something, hold me to task on it. And if you see me not acting on it, call me out on it. Because people, I have been privy to something that I have seen, and I am so disturbed. I am disturbed. I am so disturbed. So, do what's best for you and your family. These insurance companies not going to do it. And the reason I bring that up is because, believe it or not, people, it's the politicians that empower these insurance entities. See, they're called lobbyists. Lobbyists. And they lobby to these politicians. It's these politicians that got you doing what you're doing, that's having you denied from getting surgeries and whatnot. They pass laws that are in favor of big pharmaceutical and big healthcare industries. People, don't trust these politicians, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. And like I said, I've been privy to some things. I've been allowed behind the veil. And I am very disappointed. I am very disappointed. Now I see how good men become bad men in politics.
Wow.
But do what's best for you and your family, people. Do what's best for you and your family.
He's not lying, because I know even with insurance, and I work for Department of Defense, me and my bestie, we both work there. Sometimes even we can't even afford to get treatment with insurance because insurance only covers a certain percentage for x-rays or a certain percentage for whatever. So some of us are scared to even go because guess what? Well, now I think in Texas they have a law they can't put medical bills on there if it's under 500. But at one point, our credit reports were full of little bitty bills for lab work, for this, for that. And that's why I'm like, how in the heck? Well, you already said capitalist, so ain't no sense me going back there.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, but you're right. We have to do what's right for our families, and and trust in God, y'all. I mean,
you got to.
Yeah.
You got to.
Jesus.
These politicians ain't for us. They're not for us. And people, this is a politician saying this to you. This is a politician saying this to you. This is a politician saying this to you. Trust me. Trust me. And you know what? My opponents may see this video and use this against me, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care because I'm for the people. That's why I'm running. I'm for the people. You know, so people, these politicians, all of the wrong that has been done to you in your life is being signed off by a politician. Right. Understand this. Your low pay, your increasing rents, your increasing cost of living, all of this is being signed off by politicians. Right. Your lack of coverage with your insurance, your screaming high rates of car insurance is signed off by a politician who's getting paid by lobbyists under the table and above the table in very covert ways to see to it that their bottom dollar increases. People, be very skeptical. Be very skeptical of who you sign ballots for. And like I said, me as a politician now, I tell people, hold me to task. Hold me to task. Make you be my checks and balances. If you see me going away from my message, call me out on it at the council meeting. Call me out on it in public. Make me answer for what I do. Because I see how good men become bad politicians.
And there you have it. We had so many more topics, but I knew when me and Pharoah got together that, some things are just like, you get gravitated to it and it's hard. You know, you want to expound on it, but I had some of the other topics were the New Year's thing in Louisiana. We saw that man run that truck and kill them people there. There was a explosion at Trump Towers. There was another threat down here in Texas with somebody with a Ford F-150 that was doing. People are moving real reckless, y'all. You know, every time a new president comes into office, they say that's the reason. But I really think Pharoah said it at the beginning of the show. Our mental ain't mentaling right now. And some of us are not grasping the perception of what's really reality from what's fake. We didn't see all of this kind of stuff going on. They saying, "Oh, it's ISIS." No, it's not ISIS. It's white folks doing this stuff.
Yeah, this is homegrown terrorists.
Yes,
domestic terrorists. Yeah.
Yes, it's been an hour, but they're not, because my brother sent me this, and I didn't understand what was going on with it. I'm gonna run this clip. I chopped his part out because I want him to come on this live and do it. But we said we were leaving this shit in 24 with the mirror, and then we come back in 25 with this. But here it is, y'all.
Stick together. Pause. Knows he can have it. Pause. You see what I do when I got the rock. Pause.
Let me just put this in real quick.
This is Daniel, by the way.
Like he really
Somebody lit the fire under him and he came to play.
He was on bus time as well, but
Pause. Yeah, that was good.
God damn, we ain't been there 5 minutes, man. Pause, man. Okay, with the curse? No, you said you were gonna eat somebody's ass, so he was saying you don't start that freaky shit.
I'm confused. What does the word pause mean? I'm confused.
Okay. So Egypt.
Hear a man say that first of all. Let me go there.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me clarify what the use of the pause is. You remember back in the day, they had a term when men would say something that can be an innuendo to homosexuality. They would say no homo.
Okay.
So pause have taken the place of no homo.
Oh.
So now let me say this. At the age of 40 and 50 years old, which those men that I showed in that clip are, Boosie is now like 40. And Damon Dash and all them, the rest of them older than we are, right?
Oh, she said come from Boondocks, Pharoah.
Yeah. Pause. Yeah. So this is what is going on. Anything that these guys that would say that they feel as though can be taken as an innuendo of homosexuality, they're saying pause behind it. So, prime example, I can say, I got to go to the store and pick up some meat. They will say, I got to go to the store and pick up some meat, pause. Because they said meat. Because they said meat.
Said pause on the New Year's show when I kept saying, was it some meat in the greens?
Yeah, well, I didn't say pause. I told you straight up. I said, now listen, I'm human. I admitted that when E Black said pause, E Black, he subtly influenced me to hesitate to speak when you kept speaking. Yeah, when you kept speaking about me, right? But that was the human side of me. Right? But here's the thing, though. To grown men, the men who are in their 40s and 50 years old, this is who I'm really talking to, right?
Yeah.
Brother, at that age, you should be stable enough within your character and personality to where you can say whatever you want to say. No one assumes that you're gay.
Let it go, brother.
If you're a gay, people know this already. If you're straight, people know this already. So you don't have to say pause. When you say something that can be taken as an innuendo of homosexuality. So we have to, as older men, we have to walk in our wisdom. We have to walk in our sophistication and realize that we don't have to subscribe to every trend. Like I said, you don't have to follow every trend to be cool. Me personally, 50 years old, proud of it, half a century. I am half a century, and I'm very proud of it. I don't gravitate towards, new trends. I don't. And the reason I don't gravitate towards trends is not because they're a bad thing, but it's more so because I'm more established and I'm founded in who I am over the past 50 years. Yeah. So I'm happy with who I am. I am satisfied with the present product. So new trends can't add or take away from me. So I am satisfied with who I am, and I am very, very confident in my persona. So for men who are 40 and 50 years old, let's let these kids have their lingo. Let's let these kids have their lingo and let's let these kids do what they do. We have bigger examples to set. Now what we need to be saying pause to is killing one another.
Yeah.
So the next time I hear a rapper talk about how he gonna pop a molly, I'm gonna say pause. The next time I hear a rapper talking about how he shot up the block, I'm gonna say pause. The next time I hear a brother calling sister bitches and hoes, I'm gonna say pause. So I will adapt the pause word, but I'm gonna adapt it towards all the negativity that we do. Pause.
And y'all heard it. And if you don't know what we're talking about, go back and watch the New Year's show. We had so much fun. And
We did.
I was hungry that night and I hadn't ate. So the running joke, I was like, who cooked greens? Who cooked black eyed peas? And I was asking, how you cook them? Did you put meat in them? And I wasn't catching what I was saying, but the men was picking up on it, which as they should. Hell, I'm still thinking, I'm waiting on somebody to say fat meat, salt Joe, turkey legs, turkey necks, or something. So it was an inside joke. So y'all go back and catch that because it was a real, real good show. Again, a group of people that could come together with emotional intelligence and have fun and have conversations, man. Y'all are not going to be prepared with 25 is supposed to do with QOC Network. With all the hosts that we have on this, there is not going to be a stone unturned. Me and Pharoah have done our due diligence. We couldn't touch on everything, but we gave you what we gave you from our heart and in the order that it should be. Hopefully, it's something we said that you take away and apply it. Number one, go and get that health insurance. When you get that tax money, us that have the houses and stuff, make sure we set up trust funds so that our houses won't go into probate. I'm learning a lot of stuff. If you business owners, make sure your stuff is, your I's is dotted and your T's and crossed so your babies and stuff don't have to worry about this paperwork and stuff. So y'all, it's not that expensive. We spend more on J's and Jordans and handbags than we do on somebody drawing up a legal document that can save our life and what we are working for. So that's
Definitely.
Pharoah say his bill. Yeah, I ain't put the whole mine up because then y'all gonna be like, see, there's no Egypt.
I mean, seriously, we spend money on Rolex. I got on Rolexes and all this. Come on, man. Get you some insurance. Get some insurance, man.
Yeah.
Get some insurance, man. Oh, I ain't worried about me. They can target me. They can target me. Me.
Okay, well, we have done our due diligence. Bye, y'all. We love y'all. We see y'all next month. King and
See y'all
Pharoah.
next month. Love
Bye,
you.
y'all.
Make you question all your verses. You stumbling through your performance. You ain't hot or the warmest. I'm stinging hot, call me a hornet. Price of fame, you can't afford it. You want it free, do nothing with it. F you, pay me, the mentality, you scared to risk it. It ain't no future, off of your frontin', wanna create you a miracle. All work, minimal. You all talk, criminal. I am not hearing you, and I'm not feeling you. Y'all so disrespectful, like I'm supposed to be fearing you. Hip-hop, renaissance. Remember when we went hard? I don't need an entourage. Why you need a bodyguard? Next level, same rules. You coming down, change moves. I don't gotta get in where I fit in. I've been here and been about my shoes. So don't be surprised at the kickback. It be the stuff you can't get back. My time is real, you don't get that. I'ma hit you with the real facts. I got that. You got that? I got that. You got that? No, you don't. Don't be surprised at the kickback. It be the stuff you can't get back. My time is real, you don't get that. I'ma hit you with the real facts. I got that. You got that? I got that. You got that? No, you don't. Y'all be rhyming like you scared to. Say the things you afraid to. So you just say what you paid to. Until the day they don't pay you. I'ma take this to the grave too. A lot of your day ones hate you. This ain't for me. Make you question all your verses. You stumbling through your performance. You ain't hot